Losing your job, for whatever reason, is one of the most difficult situations you will have to face both professionally and personally. It's a moment when the comfort and safety of a predictable daily routine disappear and the fear of an uncertain future takes their place. And in a society which values performance and professional success above everything else, it's also a moment which can make you feel excluded and affect your self-confidence. If you're unemployed for too long, you might really begin to suffer, and if you are particularly vulnerable, it might even destroy you. And yet everyone recognizes that the days of working your entire life for the same company are pretty much over and done with. If you are a salaried employee, changing or losing your job is something you will almost certainly experience at least once in your career. So why are you so frightened of getting laid off? In most cases, the simple answer is that you're not prepared. In Survive, Adapt, and Succeed in Today's Workplace, the first book in this series, I shared with you the lessons learned from my personal experience which have enabled me to not only stay in my position, but also to increase my salary ninefold in the space of a few short years. With this book, I wanted to leverage my experience and reflect on my own periods of unemployment to see what lessons could be drawn. Did I do the right thing? What were my errors? What should I have done instead, and how? This is the book I would have wanted to read when I was unemployed and, unfortunately, didn't find. By writing this book, I want to help people, presumably like you, who are facing this terrible situation and who are looking for help and inspiration from those who have gone through the same experience and have managed to turn their lives around. Like any book, you can read this one from cover to cover, but I've also organized it so you can directly consult the specific chapters that interest you, depending on your needs and the situations facing you at any given time. The first 2 chapters serve as a reminder of the dangers that might cause you to lose your job and the simple measures you can put in place to prevent this from happening. The 3rd chapter discusses the challenges of being unemployed, in particular the emotional stress, and provides some advice on how to deal with it. The subsequent chapters focus on how you can bounce back, on the preparations you need to undertake to get that new job, hopefully a better job than the previous one, and the various associated actions, sending out applications, interviews, etc. I also wanted to add some practical advice. You might be asking yourself how to deal with a particular question that a recruitment officer might ask. Well, I've made a list of a certain number of questions that often come up in an interview and how I would deal with them. Keeping active during my own period of unemployment helped me immensely and taught me a lot, so I've written about that too. The book ends with some advice, much of which is very personal and therefore very subjective. It is aimed at 3 categories of reader who might encounter particular difficulties in finding a job: those entering the employment market for the first time, those who have already enjoyed a long career, and those who face discrimination regularly. Theirs can be a discouraging experience.